thing called Exposed. And this is dedicated to all my young ladies, young women in here, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We all growing and blossoming. I go by the name of Fly Free, and it's a whole history behind that. My name used to be Wounded Bird when I was in the darkness of depression, oppression, suppression, sex, manipulation, violence, gang, all of that. I was Wounded Bird. But when I broke out of that and became a virtuous woman, I changed my name to Fly Free. So I just want to say before I even go ahead and spit this poem that if you're in the darkness of any of that sex, manipulation, rape, violence, gang, any of that low self-esteem, you can come out and become a virtuous woman. The potential is already inside of you. Just let it shine out and it'll overflow like never before. So, this piece right here is called Mistaken Identity, dedicated to the virtuous woman. I hope one day you learn the value of a virtuous woman. One who rather slave over a hot stove instead of lay on her back or her stomach. Her price is far beyond rubies and outnumbers gold. Her temple is protected with the armor of Christ. Don't feel intimidated when she gives you advice. It's true that a woman is supposed to submit to the head, but that never meant put on a muzzle when something needed to be said. Her eyes are watery from the words that you said. The hurt that she feels got her turning in bed. But if they said she was abused, you would never believe what they said. Because grace and mercy is covering her face. She almost bit the fruit, but she remembered the taste. The disgrace, the curse that was put on generation after generation for one mistake. Something about that story gave her patience. You say you want to ride like Bonnie and Clyde, but there's too much fairy tale going on inside. Because if you was a real man, you want to be you and her, not them. I must admit, it hurts to see your face. My heart beats palpitating, and it sometimes races. I remember the days when you made me feel special. Those prayers when you interceded for me were surely helpful. I guess that's why I can't get over the past. But all of this boo-hooing, this won't last. Because I am a phenomenal woman with a prosperous future. I accepted it for what it was. Now I'm closing that chapter. Thank you for making me stronger and wiser. Matter of fact, thank you for toughening me up and toughening up my skin. I'll be sure to send you an invitation to my wedding labeled Friend. I never knew how long the pain would last. I should have thought twice before I pulled down my pants. But see, there was a void in me that needed to be filled. And at that time, I didn't know I had the power to tell peace to be still. It was a part of a learning experience. The love of God kept me from being delirious. A fatherless home, it was just my mother and my sister, no brother. No real man to step up to the plate. So I went out on a limb and started to date. I lost my virginity because she did. Battled with jealousy and insecurities, but behind booty shorts and gym shoes, it was all he. I never knew what I was going through. I thought it was a phase that would surely pass. But then he turned into him, and him turned into them, and them turned into her. Until I was faced with the reality of my struggle. Struggling with panic attacks in a world full of trouble. Even if Daddy wanted to discipline me, he couldn't. Because I would turn up my nose and smack my lips, switching away with my hands on my hips. Thinking, who do he think he is to tell me anything? He never made it on time to any graduation. Promised me things and never made it. But I didn't complain. I just got into new relations. How can I blame my problems on my dad? But I can surely tell he failed at being the head. But I must admit, I'm turning to a strong, beautiful, bold, outgoing, virtuous, patient, loving, kind, ambitious warrior woman. My determination to prosper and the grace that supports me made me grateful that my young 18-year-old mother never aborted me. When I looked into your eyes, I saw the same suffrage. A young man yearning to be held, to be touched, to be kissed, to be honored, to be cherished. But when you left with the back door open, I was surely embarrassed. I guess it was time. I missed all the signs. I took off my spiritual glasses and went spiritually blind. everything that didn't seem right. Just for your love, I was willing to fight. 3 years in the darkness of homosexuality. I wasn't battling with my flesh, it was defeating me. I was torn down to the lowest capacity. All right, that's that piece, y'all. And I got one more.